looking for systems, for signals, anomalies. You know, something is up, and we use different types of visualization analytics techniques to figure out what that is, right? And they're dynamic in real time, and we think that you will be able to do quite a bit with it. And some practical examples of how it might be applied to look at the problem of risk exposure. You can detect an anomaly with SMS data or social media data that might tell you that there is an acute crisis going on somewhere that you didn't expect, right? So you can actually detect risk exposure, and there's been a good number of applications of that, and it's actually particularly with SMS data here, where the coverage is pretty high, it might be a good tool for that. Risk response, text analysis, and again, the visualization analytics allows you to do a lot of work with text as data, right? And that's important. So risk response, we can look really at text analysis of social media data and get some sense of what might be happening there. Measuring social capital, social network analysis of social media data, for example. And maybe early yet, depending upon the communities, that data may not be readily available, or it may not be very representative, so you have to be careful, but just to give you an idea of what might be possible. And then measuring resilience change. So, for example, in the case of Rwanda, a study was done that showed that the way people purchased units of cell phone use, the way that they purchased it, was a promising indicator for looking at resilient stresses. Okay? And what did they show? Well, what they showed is that people, as stresses occurred, started purchasing their units of cell phone in smaller quantities. So instead of laying out 5,000 francs, they'd lay out 1,000 francs. And that this is particularly true in more stressed segments and more vulnerable segments of the population. And there becomes a real-time measure of stress, potentially, right? Because that's something that could easily be monitored over time. So those are just some examples of that, and I'm sure with the team we have here, you'll get many more. So, and that has been covered. So what we want to do is to break out. This is telling me I talk too much. So what we want to do is to break out into groups to answer the following questions. We had printed the questions out yesterday, but the people who organized the room must have taken them somewhere. So we'll leave these flashed for your groups as the questions. And the questions are, what are the think about the most important resilience, dimensions of resilience in your community, hypothetically. What conceptual frameworks of the ones that in software, to the extent that you can at this point. But that is overall what we had planned. And what I wanted to do is just to, if I can easily get it up, I will, show you the LSMS website as an example of I thought I had it opened up, but well.
That is Katrina.
Yes, that's Katrina. So let me just close this out. Yeah, there it is. This is the LSMS Living Standards Measurement website, and you can see the various modules on this site.
That's a crisis.
That's a crisis.
No, it's not resilient.
What I can explain to you, it's organized so that you can search the database of surveys for the different countries. You can search them in terms of modules, and you'll see that focus on the different capabilities that we've talked about, the different dimensions of resilience. So they have an agriculture module. Oh, bring it up, I can just talk them through it, and then we can let them. It's organized in 3 ways. It's organized by topics and subjects. it's organized by country, and then